Hey y'all, it's Vicky and welcome to another video. Happy Vlogmas. I believe this will be day 12 that's going up, and today we're going to talk about Tim and just some other things in general. So I had a couple questions about the parking lot, and they were asking why don't they build a deck. They're not going to build a deck. They have parking lots. There's a parking lot right over there that is nothing in it. There's a parking lot on the other side over there. There's nothing in it. It's just they chose to close them down. So now people that work on the other side of the building, and it's pretty far when you think about it, especially when they have to go on break and if they won't come to their car. But anyway, they made the decision to shut it down. They claimed to have a place for trailers, meaning, truck trailers. And far as I've seen, there's no trailers over there. But now I've not been by there in the past week, so I can't tell you. I think there's more to it than that, but it would be pure speculation, and I'd be better off not saying anything else. All I know is that the decision was made by somebody, and I don't know who made the decision or why they made it to shut down those other parking lots. Okay, the temperature has dropped quite a bit. This morning I did film, but it was awful. I think I was still half asleep, so I just deleted it. And I have me some notes. And this morning I think it was 51 when I gave the temp, and now it's 42. So we're going to drive away, and I'm not going to look at my notes much. I pretty much know what I wrote down. What I typed up. Once I type it up one time, I can remember it for the most part. But in my head, I just need something to refer to. Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about Tim. We're going to talk about one of the things he talks about in one of his videos the past few days. I don't know which one. I don't remember which one. He's talking about Christmas, and he's given this beautiful storybook Christmas morning thing that he had about remembering leaving I need to hush. Something about leaving milk and cookies for Santa and all that stuff. I don't even remember that. I remember that there was supposed to be a Santa Claus, but I don't ever remember leaving Santa cookies or milk. Maybe we did, but I don't remember it. My childhood was fine for the most part on Christmas Day. Since I wasn't around my dad that much, I did see him some, but, he had his other kids that I always felt like were more important than me. God, get out of the road. Lord. Anyway. But he remembers Christmas being this great thing, and that the way he talked, it was like he got everything he wanted, and that he was just so excited because Santa had been there. And that I started thinking when he said that, was that he had gave us a picture just a few months ago that he had this terrible childhood, that he had a stepfather who whooped him, as he said, with a belt. And, things were just terrible. So I don't know which one it is. Did his stepfather have a split personality? Was this a different stepdad, or I don't know, or a different time when his mother was, I just don't know. I just know he changes his stories. Or I think he embellishes some things. That's all I'm going to say. I think he embellishes things. And maybe we all do somewhat. I'm just telling you, I don't remember my Christmas. I remember getting things. I remember my Barbies. But the one thing I remember more than anything of me getting that I asked for was a Bobby Allison model car. And I did not think I was going to get it. And it was when I had first started following NASCAR. was probably 11, 12, and I don't know why I wanted that model car, but I did, and I got it, and I still have it. So I remember that one probably the most of any of them. Okay, this guy's going to go around me. He's, in such a hurry. And we're going to have to stop at the stoplight up here. Okay, I know Bethany. Yes, my car's name's Bethany, in case you don't know. Okay, now. Okay, he used to mention, several people have, I noticed the other day that, I'm trying to remember exactly how to word this, but when he was talking to that couple, and I didn't watch that much of the video, but he did say that he had grandchildren, I think is what he said. Well, I don't know how many grandchildren he really has. I know he has the one from his daughter. Now, I don't know if his other son that we've never seen or met or heard anything about has any children. We know the one son in Fort Lauderdale doesn't have any. So he has to be talking about, he mentions Tammy's grandchildren as his. And we know that that's not really his grandchildren. Now, he could say that, I believe, if they were really a true couple, but they're not. They're collaborators. They are not what I think of as a true couple. They are people that collaborate together. And I don't think the collaboration is going very well, if you want my honest opinion. All right. Now. Okay. What did you ask? Oh, your sister. You've not mentioned your sister lately, Tim. Are you still talking with her? You just not mention her? Is she like T-Bucket to where you can't really talk about her anymore? Did she ever really exist? Because we've never met her. He just talked about her. And lots of times, if you have to think about, did it really happen? Because he puts everything on camera. Okay, you mentioned Bubba was missing. And now all of a sudden, Bubba's back. Isn't that interesting? Now, I have always said that Bubba is Tim, or Bubba is one of Tim's friends. That, that's just the way I feel. Because Bubba sometimes has the language of Tim. Or I see it that way. But then again, there's times Bubba's too smart, so that's why I think it's somebody else. One of his, he has more friends than me, I guess. Is what I'm saying. So I'm jealous. I'm jealous because he has more friends than me. Not really, but I know that's what the others will say, is that I'm jealous because he has friends. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ask him, why do you not talk about Christmas mornings or Christmas in general with your children? He's never mentioned that. And he says that his answer could be well, I don't talk about my children anymore, or, My thing is that I do not believe there were many mornings that he was actually with his children on Christmas Day. That's just an assumption on my part, but I don't think there's very many. And I put, have you blocked them out? Have you forgotten them? Or do any Christmas memories even exist with your children? What about your grandson? Have you spent any Christmas mornings or even Christmas Eve or Christmas weekend, any time around Christmas with your grandson? If your son in Fort Lauderdale was to have a child, would you spend a Christmas event around him or her, whichever it may be? Would you actually, and I'm not saying you have to show it on camera, but would you actually go visit it? Most people who have grandchildren light up and love to brag on them. They may not show them on camera if they have a YouTube channel, but at least we can see in their eyes how proud they are of them. You know, my friend Melissa 55, who watches me, she constantly talks about her grandchildren, but she does not show them on camera. But you know without a shadow of a doubt that she loves her grandchildren. Okay, we've never seen any kind of light in your eyes when mentioning family. At one time, I felt you really loved and cared for T-Bucket, but now I don't think you really love her at all. You only love people for what they can offer you. And I don't know if love is even the right word for that. Now, when he did the video a long time ago that I think he deleted, I don't know, of the ones where he is with the granddaughters, Tammy's granddaughters, he's definitely not what I call grandfather material to them. You know, I think that can't remember if Darlene's got those videos on her channel or not, but you know, if you find those videos and you want to watch them again, he doesn't hit me as grandfather material. Okay, last night, while camped at the truck stop or rest area, and I'll admit I didn't come up with this. Somebody gave me the idea of saying this, and if they watch this video, they'll know where it come from. Last night, while camped at the truck stop or rest area, were you able to take a shower? Okay, I guess you were, because I think that you mentioned it. I don't know. Did you have enough electricity to watch Grit TV? Were you able to cook your cowboy steak? I guess you did. You said you did. A $28 steak from Walmart? No. No, I would go to a restaurant and pay $36 or $38 for a good steak before I would pay $28 for a steak from Walmart. Just being real with you. Did you forget to turn your camera on and film? We saw nothing from last night. Since you didn't carry much water, did you use the facilities at the truck stop or rest stop? Could you use your own bathroom? Did you get scared when a puff of wind blew, when it was rocking the flagstaff back and forth? And I noticed today in one of his videos, he said he was scared. And I mean, I think he used the word scared just because I think he watched my video. Now, he may not have watched every minute of it, but I think he watched my video. And I bet some of your viewers were worried about you. And I do. I do think there are a few viewers that watch him that really do care about him. And I mean, I'm going to say this much. As I said before, I don't hate the man. I don't want anything to happen to him. That's why I think he would have been better off to stop way a day before to where that storm could have cleared on out. Because I don't want anything to happen to him. I don't want anything to happen to anybody. And if there's a way to prevent it and be safer, I think that's the way to go. All right. Then I put, do you get a kick out of knowing people are worried about you? And I'm sure he does. Okay, we're going to talk about one of the videos. It was on, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. It had to have been when he was in New Mexico, and it was foggy, and he couldn't find the loves, or he hadn't found the loves, I know, at the beginning. Now, there's a lot of views on that video compared to the others. I'm wondering, did AI just send a bunch of people over there? Or did someone gift him some views on that video? Because if you look at all his videos, it just doesn't make sense that that one video has so many more views than the others. And another thing is, I saw his friend Jay, you know, has that channel, Crushing It, I think is what it's called. And I looked at his social blade. It's not that I look at everybody's social blade. I'm a nosy biatch. I mean, I'll just say it. I'm nosy. I like to see what's going on. Okay, his channel has 20,000 subscribers. He has 14 videos. One of those videos have 220,000 views. He has more shorts than he does videos. But yet, if you look at the past month, he's getting 300, 200 subscribers a day. Now, there's a couple of videos on there, I think, mentioning Trump or something, or politics. I don't know. I didn't look at every one of them. But I just don't see why he's getting so many subscribers every day. things are just not adding up. You know, I gain maybe 10 a week. And sometimes I'll lose 10 in a week. And I think that is normal for my channel. If I were to get 100 every day, I would actually contact YouTube and say, are these subscribers real? Because if they're not, I want them gone. You know, if I suspected someone was buying me, I would contact YouTube. Or I think I would. I'll put it that way. Because, I mean, unless I had a video that was really outperforming, and I mean, when I say outperforming, I mean it's getting thousands of views a day. Because I just don't see how people get that many subscribers a day if their views are not going up. And I mean, I've noticed some beauty channels that way. They'll be getting like 1,000 a day for a while, but yet their views are the same. And that just doesn't make sense to me. I wish somebody on YouTube would come and explain how that happens. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about today. Hope y'all have a great day. And I'll be back on Friday. I think I'll be back on Friday. You know, I'm getting to a point right now that I just might take a day off from filming. I know that I wanted to film every day till at least Christmas Day. But I might take a day off. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.